Hi guys, and welcome back to Dudes and Don'ts. This is episode 6.
Episode 6! It's like a milestone for us.
If you have been following us since episode 1, we want to thank you. And if you're new, well, we want to welcome you.
It's super fun here. We are just the funnest bitches. I emphasize bitches because we kind of are. But we're just fun. We're super fun. And I think that you would love our podcast. So stick around.
It's like no one knows what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Let's just give them the do's and don'ts.
This week has been quite eventful for Alessia and I.
Yeah, quarantine made us take on some new activities, and we absolutely love that for us. I'm becoming Tiger Woods' junior female version, which is super, super fun. And Amanda is like my mistress on the side. She just cheers me on.
She's actually not even exaggerating. That's what, like, for two girls that depended so highly on alcohol and clubs, to now find new activities is just like the hardest thing ever. But we're doing it. We're managing.
Doing it. So there's like this golfing driving range that is open 24 hours in our area. And we've been going. And I mean, Amanda hasn't been doing so great, but I have. So we decided I'll be the golfer in the relationship.
I haven't been trying.
I literally got there. I'm like, Amanda, we're going to have so much fun. It's so fun. You just get to shoot golf balls. Like, it's a blast. She's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I get there. I buy 2 baskets. For everybody that knows, it's like literally 200 golf balls. And I even bring my own clubs so we don't have to touch gross other ones because COVID. And Amanda literally did not shoot. She shot one. She shot one ball. The rest of the time, flirted with the elderly gentleman. No, they weren't elderly.
Well, one could have been my dad from below. So I mean,
flirted a little bit. Tried to see what kind of credit card they had. If it was black, if it was silver. But it was fun. It was. No, Amanda's not like that. It was just for the jokes.
No, Amanda's like that. And also,
I was trying to help you here.
There's 2 types of people, okay? There's the people that do the golf, and then there's the people that watch the golf with their Chardonnay and their overly sized floppy hats. It's me. She's the golfer, I'm the watchy.
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're watching, you place yourself as either a me or an Alessia, and whoever you are, you fucking embrace that shit. It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Don't try to shame me here.
No, at all. There's a lot of things that we've both been doing during this quarantine that we wouldn't necessarily be doing on a regular day basis. Yeah. So that's super fun.
Boredom is just, especially her, we're just out here.
I just really like to change things about myself. So for fucking example, COVID made me get lip injections.
Oh yeah, she got lip filler.
Yeah, I did, which was an experience in itself. Let's just say I almost died.
Look how good she did not almost die, for the record.
But look how good my lips look.
There are moments as a best friend where you're just so proud of the other person. And for me, it was when she called me and was like, yo, bitch, I think I'm going to do my lips. Yeah. I was just like, yes, Alessia.
I was spending too much time looking at myself in the mirror during quarantine. And I'm like, you know how much better I would look with bigger lips? Not for nothing, though. Amanda literally ruined my entire day that day because we planned to get my lip fillers done together. It was supposed to be, it's such an Amanda thing. It's actually such an Amanda thing to do. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to get my lip filler with her. So I call her. I'm like, bitch, it's tonight at 7. She's like, yeah, love you so much, but I have to work. So
I felt so bad. I really did. She was really like, okay, Amanda, you have to be there with me. You've done it before. Yeah. But I gave you the little tricks and the little do's and don'ts of it.
Yeah, you did.
Which you did not listen to.
I literally did not listen to one of the things that she told me to do.
The most important thing I told her.
She specifically said, make sure you're on a full stomach. Make sure you eat. Already I don't eat. But make sure you eat before. Because, you're literally injecting a foreign body into your body. So it's you have to eat.
Just if you go in there with an empty stomach, a bit the lights, a bit lying back, you feel a bit nauseous, and like you may feel like the room is spinning, and Alessia feels like that on her own.
Yeah.
Like if she doesn't eat, she doesn't feel too good. So I told her from the get-go, I'm like, Alette, I know how you are. You have to make sure that you eat. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have a whole fucking meal. Nah, nah, nah. She gets there and she's like, I didn't eat. Pass the fuck out, but we're good, and my lips are doing great. So I love that for me.
Yeah, I almost died. So, bitch. No, I actually didn't almost die, but it was a great experience.
Wait, what the fuck even happened? You didn't even tell me.
The nurse, so already the nurse comes to me. So I'm not at a clinic. Like the
Oh, because you did it during COVID.
yeah, like it was like as soon as the salon started opening up again. So she came to us. So already we didn't have a bed. We just had a chair. So like a reclining chair though. So one that could go
That's
back.
fine.
Yeah. So she numbs my lips, which was excellent because it was my first time. So obviously like I didn't want to feel the fucking pain.
I don't numb mine.
I know, but that blows my mind because if my lips weren't numb, I wasn't only passing out, I was actually dying from a fucking, I don't know. It was from a, I don't know. But anyways, so she numbs my lips. All is fine and dandy in the world. I lie down. She starts injecting my lips and her hand is like in my mouth. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this is the moment I'm gonna die. I start seeing stars. My face apparently turns white as a ghost. And I'm like tapping the girl and I'm like, I think I'm gonna puke all over you. So she's like, no, you're not. She literally takes the needle out of my lips, runs to the fridge, gets like a million ice packs, whips ice packs all over me, puts ice packs on the bottom of my feet, whips off my shoes, whips off my socks, puts ice packs all over me. There's like 10 other girls in the room looking at me like freaking out, about to get their injection. So they're like, what the fuck's going on? They start fanning me with papers. Like everybody's around me. Like
you were gonna fucking
yeah, I was
faint.
about to die. Yeah. So then like I hear in the abyss, like my mom, like, Alessia, do you need chocolate? I'm like, yeah, give me coffee crisp actually. So
Not any chocolate. Coffee crisp, actually.
yeah, I specifically wanted that one. She runs back in with coffee crisp. I start eating. I'm like, and then the girl continued injecting my lips, and I survived, obviously, and now my lips are back and better than ever.
Better than ever. So for those of you that don't know, like when you get your lips done, so she's like hovering over you, so she's gonna inject the filler in your lip, and then she's gonna, with her finger, she's gonna kind of crush the Juvederm, not like so that it doesn't form a ball, essentially. So that's the part that Alessia started panicking over, because she was like on top of her, she's filling the lips, she's crushing the ball, and you feel the pressure of the crush. Like it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
So
it was more uncomfortable when her hands were in my mouth than when the actual needle was going in. It really did feel like a needle was just being like kind of like punctured, like really not painful.
it's not. Admit, it looks like when you're looking at it get done and then doing it yourself, it looks much worse than what it is.
So scary. It actually looks so scary.
But it's not bad.
No, at all. Like I remember watching somebody get their lips done and I was like,
I think you watched me.
Yeah, never in my life.
You were like, I would literally rather get hit by a car than have this happen to me.
Yeah, and then I got bored and then I decided to do it to me. So yeah, love that. But it is a lot worse. And I also think that you hear so many horror stories about getting your lips done. But at the end of the day, like it really does depend, one, the nurse that you go to or the clinic, whatever. Also what you're getting injected in your lips.
You have to do your research.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't just walk in there and be like, oh, I want my lips done, insert anything in my lips.
No, please do your research, because at the end of the day, we both got 2 different things injected in our lips, both very safe, just different, I guess just different thicknesses, I would assume, because they're both hyaluronic acid, which is definitely something that's just produced by the body.
Yeah, because there's, at the end of the day, there's hyaluronic acid, but there's different branches of it. So you could get like Restylane, you could get Juvederm, you could get Kiss. The one you got was what?
Stylage.
Stylage?
Yeah.
See, I've never gotten that one done.
Yeah. I think the only difference between the one I got, which is the Stylage, and the one Amanda got, which is the Juvederm, is that mine lasts a little bit longer because it's a bit of a thicker hyaluronic acid, from what I'm understanding. Because mine lasts 9 to 11 months, and yours lasts
like 6 months to a year. But I've been doing it. It's like I don't do it as often anymore because I've been doing it since I was 17. So there's nothing left to build.
17. I love that for you. If I show you
Goodbye.
a picture. Okay, if I show you a pic, me and Amanda have been friends since high school, okay? So literally since I think Sec 2 is when we got really close and we had some classes together. And I have pictures of me and Amanda. Amanda's lips were non-existent. Actually non-existent. Like she would be smiling with her teeth and
it was just like, I don't even want to exaggerate it, but I had actually no lips.
Yeah.
Like they were lines. And like when I would smile, you're like, oh my God, the girl like is all like,
she was beautiful. Like, let's not take that away from her, but her lips were definitely small.
And you know what, in the moment I never realized until I start comparing like then and now.
Yes. I wish that Amanda wasn't a bitch and I could show you guys what her lips used to look like, because
you know we could post a picture. I don't give a fuck, but it's
not that bad. We both look like little middle schoolers. Like we look like we're 14 years old. Yeah. So it's like, don't judge us. This is what we look like now. So it is a funny picture. Considering, but
I'm so uncomfortable right now. I feel just so attacked.
No, but I find her lips look great. I find like sometimes it makes the face. Like for me, I did it mostly because I find my nose is huge and I wanted to make my nose look a little bit smaller. So I did that. And her, it was just more because her lips were small because her nose was fine.
You're not, it's definitely a personal decision. When I got mine done, I was relatively young. And the concept of lip filler wasn't praised the way it is now. Do you remember the fucking shit I would eat at school with my parents? First of all, my parents didn't know. So the first time I got it done, I was 17 turning 18. It was like a week before my birthday. I go to this place. First of all, they're not even supposed to inject my lips. Like I'm not 18 yet, but whatever, she did it. So that's their issue. But I go get my lips done. And now like I only ever do to this day half a syringe. Do you do a full? Half. Yeah. And I suggest that if you're trying to do your lips, that you build up. Yeah. So like you're gonna do half and build and build and build. Don't from the get-go do a full one because you're gonna look ridiculous and it won't come out natural. Like if you build it, just looks natural. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. So I get home and my dad, like I had asked for this for a while. My dad kept saying no. And now you bruise. So I had bruises all at the top of my lip and at the bottom. So my dad's like, what the fuck happened? Whatever. I concocted so quickly this story about how my locker partner went to go grab the books and I wasn't paying attention. So when I turned, I got knocked over with a textbook and it bruised my face and this and that. But every like 6 to 8 months, there would be a new story. Then one time I was like, there was a fight in the hallway and the guy went to go like hit the other guy, but by accident I got hit. And my dad's like, what? Why are you always getting knocked in the face? And then finally, I think it was like my third time, I was just like, listen, I get my lips done. It is what it is. Like,
I can't believe he didn't notice like in the meantime, like that your lips were just
I wouldn't go home until my lips were not bruised. Remember, I would stay at your house or I would stay at my other friend's house.
Even me, I did the same thing because my dad is super against it, okay? When I first got my lips done, I told my dad that it was free. I told my dad I spent no money on it. Yeah, I told my dad that because I'm an aesthetic school, or I was in aesthetic school, and it was super believable to him that I got it done as like somebody was practicing to do lip fillers because they offer that service at the school that I went to. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, so they were practicing and I volunteered as tribute to get my lips done. So he's like, hi, I would love that for me. So he's like, oh, okay, that's good. You got them for free. You didn't have to spend any money. Plus, like, they look pretty good. So I'm like, thanks. But my dad is super, super, super against it to the point where to this day, sometimes he'll just be looking at me like doing nothing. Like I'll be sitting down having supper and he'll just look at me with like a pouted duck face. Like,
oh, my dad does that all the time. My dad will literally grab his lips and flip them over his face, like, this is what you look like right now. And I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, why am I getting attacked?
Out of nowhere, we just get attacked. Like, our parents are just fucking assholes sometimes. My mom was like my biggest fan. She's like, anything to enhance your beauty, baby.
But she's like from Mean Girls, like the mom in Mean Girls. Like, you're doing great, sweetie.
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. At school, I used to get like, especially by the girls.
I remember Amanda, because we weren't as close, okay? But like we would talk because like she had her little clique and I had my little clique, and then we would talk about our cliques together. So I remember like just being with Amanda, I'm like, bitch, you got your lips done. And she's like, yeah, but don't tell anybody. She pulled a straight Kylie Jenner.
I pulled a straight Kylie Jenner. I did. I pulled a straight Kylie Jenner. I was like, I didn't get my, like, I came back from the summer vacation. I was like, it's the sun. And they're like, what? But it's because the people at school, like, they were so judgy.
Yeah.
It's a waste of money. You're ruining yourself. You ruin
Especially the guys.
like they were not having it.
Especially the
But
guys.
now it's praised and everybody wants it done.
Now, it's the bigger the DSLs, the better.
She at school yells down the hallway, "Look at Amanda with those DSLs." I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah, we're not even gonna tell. Google it.
Teachers were traumatized, only for her to tell me, "Oh yeah, I just said you have dick sucking lips," and I was like, "What?" Like in front of like the fucking vice principal, like he was so uncomfortable. He knew what it meant. I had no idea.
She comes up to me after. She's like, Alessia, come here. I'm like, what? She's like, what does DSL mean?
I had no idea.
I'm like, dick sucking lips, bitch. She's like, oh my god.
I was traumatized.
I have?
I was traumatized, and then on the low, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Yeah, traumatized, but very flat.
so, in all honesty, though, I'm super happy that because I know you're very like impulsive.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy that before going, you did your research because like, you know, like you could have easily just walked in there and been like, okay, like whatever you have, like whatever the nurse has, like you can inject in me. But it's like crazy. There's this one girl actually, now that I think about it. So if you don't know, like I said, there's branches of hyaluronic acid, and one of them is called Restylane. And Restylane is cheaper, like
I think it's because it's not pure hyaluronic acid.
oh, I don't know.
I'm almost sure that it's not. So that's why it would be cheaper, because hyaluronic acid as a whole is pretty expensive. So yeah, carry on.
There's this one girl that she had gotten it. She was older than me, whatever, and like she had gotten it done, and she was on a budget, so she used Restylane. Alessia, the horror that happened to her, like I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy. She got it injected, and already when it injected inside of her, it was burning, which you're not supposed to feel.
It feels normal.
You just feel like a bit numb, like you came back from the dentist, even if they didn't numb you. That's why I wouldn't get numbed, okay? Because you already feel that nonetheless.
Yeah.
So she feels this burning, which is weird. So now as the day is going on, her lip, like from the nose down, so from the nose to the lip, is inflating. But it's inflating like super rapidly, and it's becoming a blue purple, kind of like when a circulation stops off a limb, okay? So now I'm panicking, and I'm like, I don't think this is normal. You know, and she's like, yeah, they said it's going to be a bit swelling. I'm like, yeah, swelling. Like, your whole face is going to fall off.
This is not normal.
Whatever. So now, like, a couple hours pass by. We go to the doctor. The doctor's like, you're losing circulation in your lips. Like, what was injected in you is blocking circulation. She almost, like, had we waited an hour or so more, he's like, I would have had to, like, perform surgery and essentially, like, rip off her top lip.
Oh.
Yeah. So for me, from that day, like, from that day, I felt so bad for her. Like, now she's fine. Like, they had to, like, it was a bit of, like, a dissolver that they injected, but it was also, like, he sucked it out of her, like, with this sucking machine. I don't even know what it was called. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, holy fuck, never, ever, ever am I making anybody use, like, Restylane.
Yeah. Oh my
I cannot stress this enough. Like, please, like, if you're going to do your lips, use Juvederm, use Don't Allow, use Kiss. Just don't use Restylane.
Use something that's mainly hyaluronic acid, because hyaluronic acid is actually something that's produced from your own body. So your body doesn't really have a reaction when it's being injected because it's already produced by your body. So you shouldn't be allergic to it.
And don't be shy. Ask your nurse, like, what is it that you're using? Like, because they each have a preference, right? So let's say one nurse has Juvederm, one nurse has Volbella, but it's like, ask her, like, what is it that you're injecting? Like, what is it that you use? And if you see it's something that you're uncomfortable with, leave and go to someone new.
And also, if I want to know, because like I just started doing it, if I stop injecting my lips, they're not gonna stay big, right? They're gonna go back to their size.
So
like,
because it's once that you did it, because essentially you already have it produced in you.
Yeah.
Okay, the acid. So it's sticking to what's already there. Mm-hmm. So if you keep on doing it for a while, it's gonna get super big, and like what you already have in your lip is gonna become a bigger size. Mm-hmm. So if you were to stop immediately, then yeah, it would go down, it would be gone, it would be like your regular lips. But if you do it for a while and then you stop,
so like you
your lips.
Like, if I were to stop today, it's never gonna go back to how I was from the beginning.
Just bless, honestly. Okay.
Because I think last time I did remember I was telling you it was like 2 years ago, and you're like, but how are they still so big? And I'm like, it sticks. Like, some of it sticks, some of it leaves.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's also super good to know, because like I know that there's actually a lot of people that get it done like once or twice, then they're like, it wasn't really for me. I think I have to go with something that makes your lips a little bit more, like, I feel like people resort to Resin because it makes it look harder. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it makes your lip like look more plump. And
for me, Juvederm keeps them like they look voluminous, but they're still
they're still the crack.
But when I use Kiss, they're hard. Like, you could, like, if you were to touch my upper lip or my bottom lip, you would feel it like hard.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I think that really does make a difference, like what you get injected into your lips, because essentially at the end of the day, it's actually something going into your body. It's a foreign substance, so your body could really react bad to it if it's not something that's...
Another question that they used to ask me so much in high school was, but like, if you stop doing your lips, then because it expanded so much, won't your lip like sag?
Will it?
No.
What happens?
No, it just like, your lip stays the way it is. So let's say I were to stop today and I never do my lips again, they stay like this. It's not gonna sag.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I remember I used to go to the surgeon and like the nurse with like so many questions, and they're like, where are you hearing this information? I was like, the fucking kids at school.
Just like to talk fucking shit about us. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I hated the most about the whole facade about the lip injections? Either people thought it was like the hottest thing ever to have these big beautiful lips,
or they think you're so fake,
or they think you're a fake bitch. Yeah, like I know certain guys that love lips, like they like lips so much that that's the first thing that they look at. And obviously if your lips aren't existing, like they won't give you a second look, in my opinion. Other guys find it such a turn off to have big lips, because especially, well, if they're fake. If they're yours, then it's not your fucking fault. But if they're fake. And I don't know why. I always thought that the bigger the lips, the juicier.
The bigger the whore. No.
Or that. No, like I find your face just looks more proportional if your lips are nice.
See, my ex-boyfriend hated it. He hated when I did my lips. He was like, I find you're so pretty naturally, like you don't need this stuff. It depends on the guy, okay? It depends how he feels about the whole like plastic surgery thing. But everything I've done and everything I will do, I've done for me. Yeah. I've never done because what does this boy, I don't give a fuck. No. Like, I don't give a fuck if you love it. I don't give a fuck if you hate it. I love it.
The only boy that I care about their opinion is my father. My father is the only person that's allowed to tell me, like, you look like a fucking moron, or you look like I
see, but my dad hates it. And I told him, like, Daddy.
But your dad's never told you look ugly. He hates it because you're paying money to inject something into your face, but you don't look ugly with them. Like, if you looked ugly, like, if I looked ugly with my lip injections, my dad would be like, get that shit out of your face right now. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Like, the only person that I care about their opinion is him. Yeah. So, but I do find, like, guys have super mixed feelings about it, which I find so crazy, because I only really thought that guys loved big lips.
No. That's not true. There's so many people that I've dated that like they will call me out and like remember me from high school and be like, oh, I don't like what you did. I don't like it. I liked it better before. And some people will be like, I love it. Oh my God. Like, it depends. Like, it really depends.
I think it depends also how people feel about plastic surgery itself, how much research they've done, how much research they've done about it, because, you know, it makes sense. Like, the more I explained to people what it is that I'm injecting in my lips, the more people give a fuck. Like, the more people are like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, okay, it's not gonna kill you. It's literally not that bad. Like, I think that's...
I'm a firm believer that if you want to do something, if you want to change an insecurity, or you want to do something that's going to make you happy, fucking do it. And I'm in the background, like, fucking, like, throwing confetti and throwing, like... You know, like, I'm encouraging that shit 100%.
I want to do a lot of shit to my face, honestly. I've, like, literally since I was a kid, like, I've wanted to do so much. I wanted a nose job. I wanted to get my lips done. I do my lashes all the time, even though I'm severely allergic.
She does her lashes. She looks like Rocky Balboa after the last fight. Her eyes are fucking swollen. She's, like, squinting. She can't see. They're, like, tearing up.
But look how beautiful they are.
I'm like, Alessia. She goes, it's because I'm allergic to the glue. Give it a week and give me some Claritin and I'll be fine. I was like,
All I
holy.
need is Claritin and eye drops. That's all I need. Even my lash technician sometimes, she just stares at me and she's like, why do you come to me? Like, why do you still come? Like
Her eyes get swollen by her face. Like, it's just...
Yeah, it's super nice.
But when the week passes, you look fine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's that on being a fake bitch.
All in all, I mean, would you do it again? Because I know you just did it because, yes, you were a bit insecure, but you did it for the fuck of it.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did do it for the fuck of it. Like, I did my appointment now for the fuck of it. But actually, I think I'm going to do it again. I have another appointment in a month. So
Why in a month?
So she basically told me I have to do it, and then because it's hyaluronic acid, it super easily dissolves within the face and the lips. So in a month, because I already have my hyaluronic acid base in my lips, if I do it one more time, another half a syringe, then it's really going to stick, and that's going to be the actual maximum capacity. But it's not going to look any bigger than they are like now, or like they were a couple of days ago. Now they're starting to fade. I'm not exactly sure why.
So I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, maybe it's the type that I use.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I have to do, whatever, I have to do half a syringe 1 month and half a syringe the month after, and then after I have to do it within 9 months to a year. So
for me, it's between 6 to 8 months, but now because I've been doing it for so long, I'll extend it to like a year and a half.
Okay, that works. Yeah, so I guess like I have to get to that point, right? Like, all in all, I feel like if you want to continue doing it to make your lips look good, if you want to do anything to your face to just make you feel more secure about yourself, or just
fucking do it.
Like, actually do it. I think that it's super important that you're confident in your own skin. So,
and if you don't agree, you're allowed to not agree, and you could think it's disgusting and we're fake and whatever the case may be. You're allowed to feel that way too.
Yeah, everybody's allowed to have their own opinion about the lips and the nose and the cheeks, but like, we don't really want to hear it. No, I'm joking. And with that being said, thank you very much for joining us this week on episode 6.
Episode 6! Woohoo!
Oh my goodness. Love that for us.
So please please subscribe.
Oh yeah.
If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, give us a 5-star rating.
Can you tell Amanda's the marketer here? Because like, I was just going to totally forget to say that. But yeah, please do all of the things that she just said. We would greatly appreciate it. Please stop disliking our things because we get it. We
got a little bit of haters out there.
We get it, but we do have some haters. Like, what's going on?
We love you, dudes and dudettes. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
It's like no one knows what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Let's just give them the do's and don'ts.